Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know where to start. Well, this is my first live round review or match review, and I must admit, off the top, I was flying back from the Gold Coast through the first half, so I got off the plane after sitting through. I got off the plane about half time, or a little bit before half time. I got off the whole trip. There, I was listening to this bloody demon spawn of a child crying the whole time, wouldn't show, kicking me in the back, kicking my partner in the back the whole time. I wasn't in a good mood. My ears were popping, and yeah, and I've got a sore back, and I'm getting over the COVID. Give me a break. So I wanted to get off the plane, turn the phone. I was excited to turn the phone on. Cats are going to be up by 60 points in the first half. It's going to be one of those kind of games. But no. I think it was 33 to the Hawks, 11 to Geelong, down by 4 goals, and kicking deplorably again. Hawks can't miss, of course. That's the way it goes. Anyway. Oh, hello, chaps, Cats, and Jared. I think in the chat there. Hey guys, nice to see you on a Monday night. It does feel like a Sunday night at the moment. So yeah, it wasn't off to a good start. Rolled in the door. I think just with a couple of minutes to go in the second half. So we didn't turn the tally on. We unpacked a little bit. Didn't turn the tally on. And yeah, I think things got a little bit better in the third quarter, didn't they? And I was like, okay, we've turned it around. We've seen we missed all the crap, thank God. We're going to run over the top of them here, and we're going to win this by 6 or 7 goals, as I thought was going to happen, but not to be. It was pretty. I was quite confident going into the fourth quarter. I thought that the way the Cats finish off games in those fourth quarters, yeah, we had a crap third quarter, so that was a bit of an anomaly, wasn't it? Our third quarter was probably a bit better, but going to the fourth, I thought, here we go, this is just formality. And I'm guessing that's probably what the Cats players thought as well, because didn't we just switch off? Didn't, a couple of players, yeah, maybe the exception there, but yeah, Hawks just run all over us pretty much for 30 minutes. And oh my God, I'll come to it in a minute, but some poor decisions that we made, some really ill-disciplined play. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. But anyway, I'll get started. So anyway, the Cats lost to the Scum, the Soap Dodgers, the Filth, and the Hawks. Hawks hit, what was it? 14 goals, 8. 92 to the Cats, 11, 14, 80. So of course we had more scoring shots. We've read this story before, haven't we, Cats fans? More scoring shots. I haven't got the full stats in front of me, but from what I can gather, we've pretty much dominated the play, albeit the first 6 minutes of the game, which I think we were lucky to get a touch from what I could see in the comments and so forth. I think Hawks kicked 3 goals before we sniffed the leather at any stage, so that's always great. And then you play catch up for the rest of the game. So yeah, we pretty much won the game by a goal from that point onwards, but damage is already done. And yeah, what are you going to do? All right, so my first thing I want to talk about today, and I love the guy. So this is going to be a bit of a whinge episode, okay? Emotions are running high. It's Monday night, as I said, whinging demon babies. Ears are sore from high pressure going up on an airplane. Cut me some slack. I'm going to be hard on a couple of players. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably wake up and go, oh, what a bit hard on Myers or Hawkins, common medal, those kinds of players. But nevertheless, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to share my honest post-game thoughts, unfiltered as much as I can be. I'm going to try and go easy on the swears because I know a few kids might still watch this show. But if I slip up in that regard, please forgive me. Maybe I've already sworn, I'm not sure, but if I have, I'll have to figure out how to get us up big thing going. It's live, I can't do much about that. Anyway, Google, YouTube, help me out with something there. That'd be great. All right, so Hawkins kicked 3 goals, very good. But what the hell? Yes, what the hell was he doing with the brain fade, giving away the 50-metre penalty in that last goal? Unbelievable. What were you doing, Thomas? Why? Tom, I love you. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely insane. And I cannot explain it. I've watched the replay a few times and I'm like, what? what was your excuse, Tom? I'd love to hear what he says after the game. If anyone knows, put it in the chat or whatever. But it was disgusting. So yeah. Oh, and do you know what else I didn't like from Tom? I'm harsh on Tom today, even though he kicked 3 goals. Yeah, I didn't like it when you missed from a metre out, Tom, and then had a bit of a chuckle. Because do you know what I thought? I reckon the Hawks are going to go down the other end and kick a couple now. Sure enough, they did. Not Tommy's fault that the Hawks kicked a couple of goals, but it's probably just an attitude thing. Like, skill error, okay, you missed it. Don't laugh about it when the game's it's 2 goals in it. Anyway, that pissed me off. Oh, is the first. Do we count that as a swear? We'll let that one go. The only good thing that came out of Hawkins that I'm happy about, I had a little chuckle about, was the Shooting Stars meme that's getting around from Ethan. I saw that on Twitter before with his cartwheeling, appealing for the push in the back free kick. So if you haven't seen that one already, check that one out. But Hawkins might be a bit lighter off in the pocket after. Oh, it was a push. Don't get me wrong, but goodness me, did he sell it? I don't know if you get penalised for accentuating the free kick or the contact. Do you get unless it's not there? I don't know, but it was definitely a free kick. Hawks supporters won't say because they're just idiots. And yeah, it was a free kick, but Hawkins might have some questions to be answered. So Tommy, goodness me, I'm not happy with you at the moment, Tom. But I still love you. But I'm not angry. I am, but I'm very disappointed, Tom. And I expect better from you. What is the chap saying here? Paddy should not be taking set shots for goals. Should be player running off the shoulder for a handoff if he has the mark. Just put it deep, yeah. Oh my God! In saying that, chaps, I reckon Paddy's been a little bit better at the set shot for goal this year than in previous years. No, I don't want him taking a set shot to win us a grand final. Definitely not. But yeah. No, I didn't like that at all. And Jared says match review panel don't like staging. No, and they don't like Tom Hawkins. In case you didn't know that, it's breaking news. I'm not. That's an exclusive from the Hoops. They don't like Tom Hawkins at all. So yeah. Anyway, I'm surprised if Tommy gave away 550s tonight. Oh, God, Tom, what are you doing, Tom? I'm going to move on from Tommy. My next main whinge today is I've got 3 players for the main whinge. And they're the whipping boys. You can probably already tell who I'm going to talk about. Some weeks I love them, some weeks I hate them. But I think checking the temperature on Twitter tonight, I think most people were in agreement. Brian Myers, what are you still doing in this team, Brian? What the hell were you doing? Yeah, you played a bit better in the fourth quarter because you've got a big tank. But Jesus, you don't know how to use the ball. And you can't go on your left. Yeah, you played okay in the fourth quarter, but you played into the Hawks' hands as well. Like, they know which way you're going to kick. They know you can't kick over a jam tin. Whatever. Yeah, Myers was driving me crazy too. Thank you. I think he was driving pretty much everyone crazy tonight, Jared. Chaps say 18 marks inside 50 to 5. Can't have that many set shot opportunities and be converting how we are. Goal kicking was rubbish. I'm going to come to that though, boys. I'm going to come to that. My next whinge, I've whinged about Myers. He's got to go back to the twos. Look, hopefully he'll find his form again. But I'm done with Myers trying to find his form in the seniors. No, go back to the twos. Figure something out. Forget injuries, fair enough. But you're 100% on the fringe for me now. You're not a first pick player anymore. Maybe you were a couple of years ago. But I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed, Brian. My next whinge, another the biggest whipping boy going around. Oh, second biggest, I reckon. Second biggest whipping boy we've got is Luke Dalhouse, the Dale. Luke, yeah, you weren't good today, Luke. Goodness me. But who are we going to replace you with? Probably Higgins. He's probably the third biggest whipping boy. Maybe, I don't know. We've got to come up. We have to establish a whipping boy order at Geelong. We have a whipping boy squad. Yeah, Dalhouse, not your best game. You've had a few good games this year, so I'm giving you a bit of leeway. But I also think it's probably time for you to go back to the Magoos, and let's give some young kid an opportunity who could probably do just as much. And I'd like to get some games out of them. What are the boys saying? Positive side, Jezza Cameron is elite. He is elite. You can't ask for much more. 3 goals. Yeah, Tommy kicked 3 goals. I had a whinge about Tommy, but Jezza kicked 3 goals, and he did what he could with the opportunities. Yeah, he missed a shot in the last quarter. Pretty tough angle from 45, 48 metres out. What are you going to do? The chaps say, I don't know why there's resistance to altering players' kicking motion. Myers cuts the footy, can't drive it. After diet training regimes, why not how we kick? Sadly, mechanics can be altered. Yeah, they can. I think Brian, I don't know whether, you might just ruin the guy. If that's his only strength, then you change that and he's got nothing. So I suspect he's going to have to add some other strings to his bow moving forward. My last whinge is probably, correct me if I'm wrong, I reckon there's about 4 guys on the whipping list. I need a Mr. Whippy. Mr. Whippy character for the midweek sort of Twitter stuff. But the next whipping boy of the week is Reece Stanley. Reece, I would have been, if I were you, I'd be pretty happy. Well, not happy. I'd be thinking my opportunities come when the Hawthorn ruckman, Ned Reeves, goes down with a bad shoulder that first quarter, around about that mark. You're thinking, okay, this is my day. Yeah, it's a bit wet and slippery, but who have I got? Big boy McAvoy's not there. His Ned Reeves fella's gone. It's just me. Off I go. But no, you were okay, but you should have done a lot better than what you did. So the fans have spoken, Reece boy, and they're not happy, and I'm not happy too, even though I only saw half a footy, I should say. But I do like Reece. Sorry, don't like him as a player. I think I like him as a person. So whatever that's worth. But yeah, I wasn't happy with your Reece. But yeah, let's see. Higgins will be back. We all know Higgins is coming back next week because we'll see what happens there. Surely he's going to force one of these other guys out. It's a like for like a little bit. I really would like to see us make the call on maybe not both Higgins and Dalhouse, but I know they're slightly different players. But I just want to see 1 or 2 more kids get a run, especially if we can't cut it. Jared says all Stanley needed to do was put the hands up and didn't. So many need. He didn't need to do a lot, did he? Yeah. And Blitzarves was our best ruck, thanks, chaps, as he was the week before as well. I thought Blitzarves played okay today. Like a lot of our players, was terrible. Well, not terrible, but just didn't cut it in the 4th quarter. I don't think anyone really I think most of the players lowered their colours to a degree in the last quarter. All right, my next big whinge, topic number 3 this week. I'm trying to go in 5 topics a week now. Goal kicking, oh my God. It's easy, and it's easy just to, I'm not tearing apart the game plan by talking about poor accuracy of goal kicking. There's nothing groundbreaking what I'm saying here, but how many times do we see us lose games through poor goal kicking? It's so frustrating. We're good. We're great at getting it inside 50. No issues there. And we've got 2 Coleman medalists in the side who generally kick pretty accurately, and they did again tonight. But what's going on? Again, didn't see the first half. I know we kicked pretty poorly in the 4th quarter, but it was, I think he's 68 to 71 on the season. So consider ourselves pretty, it's 68 goals and 71 behinds. Consider ourselves pretty lucky that we've won 3 games out of 5 with that goal kicking accuracy. Just the amount of entries. What happens if we stop getting it in there? What happens if the mids just get, it just breaks down through the midfield? We just can't get it forward for whatever reason. Game over. I don't know. What did Stengel kick? 3 goals today. Yeah. He kicked one nice goal. I don't know. He's probably one of my whipping boys for some reason. I haven't noticed him being anyone else's whipping boy, but I want to see more of him. I don't know why. I think pathetic display today. Thanks, Jake. Yeah, wasn't it? Not all day. There were some moments in the game, but this is not a this is not a lovey-dovey review video today. In case you didn't see the thumbnail for the video, it's a freaking rage review. So there is no love. There's no love in this video this time around. So if you're here for that, bugger off. We're not. We love our Geelong, we love our Cats, but it's not a loving episode. This one. I'm not happy with the goal kicking. I haven't been happy with the goal kicking all year. Thanks, chaps, for pointing out that stat. It's not been great. Yeah, chaps are also saying Selwood had 10 tackles, which is a bit of an indictment on the younger midfield brigade. Look, I agree with that to an extent. I think the young midfield are going to have their good days and bad days. From what I saw of Holmesy, Big Johnny, I thought he played okay, and looks week by week he seems to be getting a bit better. I didn't see the first half though, so I want to go back and have a check out. Probably watch the mini match tomorrow morning sometime. I'm not going back till Wednesday, but I might want to check that out. Jake says, classic Geelong, isn't it? Performing a big clash, come out flat as attack the next week. Hey, guess what, Jake? When we play Hawthorn, usually the week after we're pretty rubbish. So don't be surprised if we head off to Tassie next week and get beaten by North Melbourne. Yes, I will be betting on North Melbourne to win, and I'm not being silly. I'm actually going to pick North Melbourne to win that game. Maybe I'll wake up and change my tune. But right now, if I'm doing my tips on Monday night right now, which I don't, but if I was doing my tips right now, I'm picking North Melbourne. We just don't tend to win. Chaps, you're expert. You're almost as good as Swamp Thing with the stats. I'm sure you'll be able to tell me how many times Geelong lose after playing Hawthorn. Would have been another bruising affair, this one. 12, pretty much a goal in it to the final few seconds of the game. Again, my fourth topic today. Oh my God, and I can't remember every single one of them. But let's talk a little bit about the fourth quarter. And I've already mentioned Tommy a little bit with his giving away of 50. But how many undisciplined acts did we have in that fourth quarter? Oh my God. I nearly had vomit in my throat. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It happened so many times, and the one still stands out to me is Hawkins. But there was a moment that Stewart had as well, and just as a collective, the team, I'm thinking, this ball's going to get over the back here because Geelong's just completely lost. And sure enough, it does. Game over. It was just too many of those moments in that fourth quarter. The big moments, and Hawthorn had come, and we just couldn't handle the heat. We just went into melt mode, and Hawks, just their young Hawks team with a first year coach, just did what they needed to do, and they deserved the win. We didn't deserve that win today. Yeah, we had more scoring shots, whatever. Who cares? Rubbish. Jared says, I reckon they got into Izzy's head a bit too, making him try and prove a point. Yeah, look, good on him. Bit of psychology doesn't hurt. Lots of Geelong players just stuffing it up though. What are you going to do? We're good enough anyway. But I don't think that fourth quarter is one that I'll be keen to watch again. I will watch it just because I want to understand what the hell went wrong, and I'm not trying. I know the chaps like it when I try and find a bit of positive as well. So I will look for the positives. I will do a follow-up video to this one tomorrow, which will be a bit more positive, which is more about the tweets of the week, that kind of thing. So if you haven't got in already, send me a tweet. If you can find a positive, because I want to try and turn a bit of a positive spin on this game. If you can find a positive in your tweets too, send me something through there as well. That'd be great. But the last main topic today, it drives me bonkers, and I'm pretty sure it drives 90% of Twitter bonkers as well, is our starts in games and the way we finish games at times as well, especially our starts. I don't know, how many times in the last 5 years have we given up massive leads to start a game and then just had to fight our way back into it the whole time, more often than not, ultimately falling short after a brave comeback, which flatters the scoreline a little bit. Happened again today. The 3 goals to start the match off. Game over. Well, not game over, but geez, we make it hard, don't we? Does it need to be this hard, Geelong? Does it? It doesn't. Switch on. It's Hawthorn. It's Easter Monday. Sorry, microphone. Can we get in? Can we get in the headspace, please? Because it would be good if we could. And we don't even need to talk about finals, do we? This is not a this is not a review of the prelim, as well as I should go back and do a retro review of the prelim at some stage. But how many times do we just cough up big leads and it just costs us in the long run? It drives me nuts. It's one of my biggest annoyances, unfortunately. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there. We're around that 20-minute mark, just a little bit over. Thanks for those that have joined in on the live chat. As I said, if you're watching this on replay or record or whatever we call it, and you do have a Twitter comment, I'm putting them together for tomorrow. I usually do about 10, but I might try and get a bit more of a balance because I think there's going to be a lot more negative ones that are actually quite funny that I want to share. But I do want to try and pluck out a few positive ones as well. So if you've got anything like that, please send it through to me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please tell some other people about the show. I'm really happy that we've ticked over 200 subscribers on this channel. My next goal is to get to 500. And that'll be a big thing for me and the show. And there's some things I want to do when we get to that stage as well. So spread the good word if you can. Give us a like, give us a comment in the chat if you haven't already as well. And I'll see you tomorrow night, Tuesday night, for the tweets of the week. Oh, not going to sleep well tonight. See you, cats. See you later. Not happy. I am not happy.